Hello everybody, my name's John and welcome to our channel. Today we are doing some RC basics. This is the Xinlehong. I really should have looked at that name before I press record. Let's just say that that's correct, and it's the Q903. Yes, I got that correct. Again, for those that don't know, the Q901, 902 and 903 are all the same underneath. They just have different body shells. So there you go. So, in today's episode, we are going to be doing wheels and nuts. Now, I will be completely honest with you, I have not touched this in respect of unscrewing anything, tightening anything up since the unboxing video. So, what I find now will be genuine surprise. Now, this came in the box, and I'm very happy because it's metal. Again, all of these videos with the RC basics are for those that just don't feel confident enough taking these cars apart. It's not for the experts out there. I know you guys are much more advanced than this. This feels a nice quality one actually. What have we got here? Are there any washers? No, there's no washers there because the nut itself has the washer. If you have a look in there, it seems like, let me just do that. I rinse these wheels and you can see that I've got some water in there. Whoops. Okay, they need to be cleaned better. So, same as on the WL Toys 144001. Has the little pin there, but the actual pin inside the wheel is connected or is built into the wheel, so that when you're putting this back on you need to make sure that this bar shape goes over the pin. Okay, that's really important, or else as it's being driven forwards or at reverse the wheel actually won't turn, so that's really important. As I said, I haven't looked actually at the suspension and the construction before, so this is new to me. And it all seems pretty standard. Just going to quickly take this off. It's a nice big chunky screw, isn't it? I love that. And that is a ball joint. So how do you get that off without snapping it, people? Well, obviously risk snapping it. That's what you need to do. You've got the ball joint on the bottom and the top. I wonder if it's just a case of upwards. No, I'm not going to risk doing that now. That will be for another video, i.e. when I found out how to do it. We can do it the opposite way though. Can I get that through there? That fits nicely, doesn't it? That's good to know. I mean, it's no real hardship because you can just bend the bumper down, but I do like the fact that you can just get in like that. And the large screw comes out and then that pops off. So now we can get the drive shaft out. The little pin that came out from that is going there, and I'm just going to pull this out. That seems a little bit better quality than the 144001. A little bit. It feels a lot weightier as well. You can see the whole drive shaft is a little bit thicker as well. So there you go, it's that simple. If you don't know, you have a bearing on this side and on the inside. You have to make sure that they don't fall out when you're taking these off and get lost. Very, very important. Just to give you sort of an indication of how simple it is to mess up. On the 144001, in the steering system here, there's a small small bearing there. And at some point, I don't know when, I looked back on a few videos and couldn't see when it happened, the bearing from that came off. And since then the steering's been okay, but a little bit weird, a little bit vague. But then one day I found a bearing on the table, so I went through both cars, all 8 wheels, checking that each had 2, and every one had the 2 bearings that it should do. So I thought I'd missed it, so I went back to the first car and took the 4 wheels off again and checked again, and I did that twice. And I'm like, well, okay, well, this bearing's just come from some other thing. Put it to one side, and then obviously a couple of weeks later I then realised that it had come off the actual steering column, because the steering column has a bearing at the top and the bottom, and this one had come off, and that's why it was wiggling so much. So even people like me that should know a little bit more than that are still learning. So putting it back together is just the reverse. You don't have to force this through, it just has to go through far enough so that the hole for the pin is there. Make sure that the drive shaft is in a position. Swing that around. That's obviously how you get that off. I'm not going to do it because you know I'm going to snap it now. Put that back down. Get the big screw. Come on. There we go. Is not feeding into position. Is it slightly out of alignment? Okay, yeah, you just have to put that down with your thumb a little bit and get it back into alignment. Beautiful. Right. Now, while we will put this back on. Nice. Do not forget the pin or the wheel will just spin. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but there you go. Now, very important to get that pin into the wheel correctly. So make sure it's central. Feed it in. There you go. You hear that little extra click. Just do that. If you hold this, you'll know whether or not that pin is in position, because you'll get some resistance. Take the pin out and show you what will happen if it's not in position. See, quite a big difference. Now I can't pick the pin up. There we go. Come on. Come on. The pin had shifted slightly to one side, so I thought it was in, and it was not. So it is actually quite easy to mess up. There you go. You can feel the resistance, you can hear that extra little click. Then let's get that out of the way. The nut back on. Do not over tighten these. When you get a bit of resistance, you'll feel it. There you go. Done. So that's it. Should we take the rear one off while we're here as well? It should not be any different from the front. But I don't know for sure because I've not taken them apart before. So I could be talking complete rubbish. Yeah. Water in there? Yes. Yeah, system's exactly the same. So, back on. nut on, and away we go. So, there you go. Wheels and nuts. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, please do as well. And hit that notification bell for future video alerts. Have a great day today, everybody. Take care. Goodbye.